good morning, or good afternoon, depending on when you have class. In our last series of lessons in our Indian literature unit, we learned a tiny little bit about Hinduism, and we read from some of their important books, including the Rig Veda, the Mahabharata, and the Bhagavad Gita. Now it's the time to talk a tiny little bit about Buddhism, since it's an element of our next novel, Siddhartha. This photo story will give you a brief overview of the key concepts of Buddhism, and then we'll more specifically introduce Siddhartha. Please complete the guide I gave you as we move along. When we're finished, I'll make sure to ask if there are any questions. By the way, notice the spelling of Buddhism. I will expect you to write it correctly from now on. Don't forget the H. In case you can't see or read the caption on the picture, it says, "Do not follow the ideas of others, but learn to listen to the voice within yourself." This is an idea we'll come back to later. Buddhism is sometimes regarded as having emerged from the Hindu way of life, in that it shares beliefs in karma, dharma, and reincarnation. Buddhism has over 300 million followers and is the world's fourth largest religion after Christianity, Islam, and Hinduism. Just like Hinduism, for many people, Buddhism goes beyond religion and is more of a philosophy or a way of life. It was founded by Siddhartha Gautama. Sometimes you will see his last name spelled G-O-T-A-M-A, or even in other ways. Now, Siddhartha Gautama was born into a royal family in India in 563 BC. At the age of 29, he realized that wealth and luxury did not guarantee happiness, so he explored the different teachings, religions, and philosophies of the day to find the key to human happiness. After 6 years of study and meditation, he finally found what he called the middle path, and was enlightened and called Buddha, which means enlightened one. He spent the rest of his life teaching the principles of Buddhism until his death at the age of 80. He was not, nor did he claim to be, a god. He was just a man who taught a path to enlightenment from his own experience. Buddhists sometimes pay respect to images of Buddha, but not in worship and not to ask for favors. A statue of the Buddha with his hands resting gently in his lap and a compassionate smile reminds individuals to strive to develop peace and love within themselves. Bowing to the statue is an expression of gratitude for his teachings. There are many different types of Buddhism because the emphasis changes from country to country due to customs and cultures. What does not vary is the essence of the teaching. The Buddha taught many things, but the basic concepts in Buddhism can be summed up by the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path to Righteousness. The first noble truth is that life is suffering. This means that life includes pain, getting old, disease, and ultimately death. We also endure psychological suffering like loneliness, frustration, fear, embarrassment, disappointment, and anger. This fact cannot be denied. It is realistic rather than pessimistic because pessimism is expecting bad things to happen. Instead, Buddhism explains how suffering can be avoided and how we can truly be happy. The second noble truth is that desire is the cause of suffering. Desire refers to craving. This means that we will suffer if we expect other people to conform to our expectations, if we want others to like us, if we do not get something we want, and so on. In other words, getting what you want does not guarantee happiness. The third noble truth is that suffering can be eliminated by eliminating desire. This means that true happiness and contentment are possible. If we give up useless craving and learn to live each day at a time, including not dwelling in the past or waiting for the future, then we can become happy and free. We then have more time and energy to help others, which is part of nirvana.